Alright, so to get into talking the 12th dimension, I'm just outside today. I had nowhere else to really be doing this. And I could be as loud as I want out here. There's animals come by, great. We got bears, wolves, and stuff out here. I'm not scared of anything. Talking about the 12th dimension, if you're taking it individually, it's like a stack of papers. So, if you have 80 papers or so, each one can overlap in each individual one. And that connects to each one, almost like individual dimensions in a sense. And they're connecting with tubes and stuff, and then the energy, whatever is being manipulated, travels through those dimensions, and each dimension can have a different pulse, maybe different vibration, and it can give us what we have right now. Thinking about our thoughts is like a little dot with a line to another dot constantly dating back and forth, and that's what's making thoughts. So if you take that information and apply it in a realm, then you can say that the universe itself is a 2D model of a giant brain-like structure. So each individual thought, each individual maybe solar system, everything is just a bunch of zeros and lines and a grid in a way. So I don't really think the universe is infinite. I think there's a max number, and then upon that max number, you're implying that it's going to burst, pop, and collapse in on itself, and then everything's just going to go back the way it was in the first place, because the beginning is the end of the beginning. So this energy gets shoved down a tube, so our subconscious is like this giant light. So it's like that behind me. If I just took the 12th dimension, it would be like that light right there. If I was looking at you, your entire outline of your body would be this big pulsing light. And that's how we see each other. So if we didn't have the 12th dimension, we wouldn't be able to see each other at all. So, but I mean, I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of that we're shoving our subconscious into a tube and it's being reflected by a bunch of triangles, hexagons, dimensions, and it's reflecting into a beam, and that beam's going through what it is right now, like super Wi-Fi. Everything's like a supercomputer, and this is what it is. Conscious is this form of energy, and we're just manipulating this energy into this field, which is probably our bodies, and we're just trying to interact with our surroundings to better suit our needs. We're using this energy to our will, in a sense. So, and that's pretty much what it is. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at, is it's almost impossible for us to die, in a sense. It's kind of hard to justify, who's right, who's wrong, because it gets really down to, nobody might not know, but for me, it gets down to nothing is something. If you can wrap your mind around that, then, everything starts making sense, because doing nothing and staying still are two totally different things. So you could be sitting still and still be concentrating really hard on something. You're using all your energy to focus on that one thing. And that's exactly what that first subconscious did. Manipulating our own energy just to kind of do something different. What I believe the universe was before the subconscious got created, was just a blob of green mass. And then eventually, individually, inside that green mass was energy particles that are always trying to make a difference, that are always trying to do something different, So, tell me what you guys think about this video. I've never went to college for any of this. I'm just self-influenced with it. There's a story I can talk about with that. A lot of different things. That'd be pretty awesome to talk about. I hope to talk about more people in my field of knowledge about all this, because I like getting different opinions. It's kind of hard to talk to people who aren't really into this, and our whole society is just kind of weird. So, alrighty.